Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. If you're moving to the US in the upcoming fall semester, I know this is a very nervous but exciting time, and even if you're coming the further years, these are some tips that will really help you, because I know you'll feel like there's so many things to do in such less time. So hopefully I'll cover everything, like all the important things that you'll need to know before you take your flight and get here to the US. So the number one thing I'd say is get all your documents in order first. Suppose you don't have your school leaving certificate, you haven't printed out your I-20, even your flight tickets, your service fee receipt, print all of that out. It's very necessary to have all these documents in one file folder, because even if you're early to the process, you'll need it for your visa interview later. You might need it during immigration. You never know what they might ask you for. But yeah, so have all these documents in order. There's a list of things that I think the US Embassy posts on their page, and so look at that list, know what all documents that you need during your immigration, keep all of them in a folder and carry them with you. Number two, and this is also extremely important, find a way to manage your finances for the first few days, because later when you get here, obviously you'd have to open a US bank account so that you get to make transactions, get a card, and make all these transactions without having to pay an extra fee. So you would have to do that later when you get here, but before that, for the first few days, you would have to have a way to pay for things, right? Whether it is for your groceries, for food, or even for your Uber back from the airport to your apartment, you would have to have a way to pay for all of this. So a few options are either you carry cash. I wouldn't really recommend this. Carry a little bit of cash, but don't carry too much, because you're going to be traveling a lot, you'll be in different flights, so don't carry too much cash. Or you could get a Forex card, or my best advice would be to get a Zolve credit card. Now, a bunch of reasons why I recommend this. If you get a Forex card, you'll use it for these first couple of days, but then it has a transaction fee for every transaction, so it's going to be sitting in the back of your bag for a long time after that. But with a credit card, you can improve your credit score. And for other US based banks, if you get a credit card later after coming here, you'd have to first get a part-time job, then get your social security number, and then apply for a credit card. But with Zolve, you can get it done right away. And again, it is very important to have a good credit score, a good credit history in the US. You will get to know the importance of it when you're here and all your other friends are applying for credit cards, but you'll already have one. So please check Zolve's website out and get your credit card right away if you're moving to the US. And while we are talking about it, Zolve is a US based neobank, which means they make managing your finances a lot easier, whether it is like opening a checking account or even getting a US SIM card. They have it all covered. They also provide expert visa assistance. They have one-on-one assistance. They have expert webinars. They are also providing a Zolve Global Scholarship for students who are moving to the US in the upcoming fall. So please check their website out. Number three, this is a quirky little tip that I've figured out along the way, and it works for me. It might not work for everyone, but I thought I'd share and put it out there. But there's a high chance that you would get homesick after you get here, because obviously you're going to be away from your family. It's going to be a huge transition. So what I would recommend is, if you're someone who's really into books or web series, TV series, start watching a series, a comfort series, a show that is very close to your heart right before you leave India, because there's going to be so much of a change, so many different things going on. But then among all of this show or like this series is going to give you a sense of comfort, a sense of familiarity, and even though it's a very small thing, it'll make you feel a lot better. So if you're someone who's really into reading books, watching TV shows, start it right before you leave India. And then this one is quite generic, but also start packing early and pack all your essentials first. My parents had me start packing in, I think, June, and I was moving here on the 20th of August something. But these 2-3 months go by so quickly, you don't even realize that, and you will be packing until the last day, no matter how early you start. So please start packing as early as possible, and then also pack your essentials first. I say that because you get a lot of things over here, and they might not be as expensive as you think. If you go to the dollar store, if you go to Walmart, you get things at almost the same prices, maybe a little more expensive. The next one, A lot of universities provide these free airport pickup rides because there's a lot of students, a lot of international students coming in, so they might provide you a free lift code, or even there might be student ambassadors waiting for you at the airport to pick you up. I did not know this when I first got here. Like my first time, I didn't know I could do this, but now that I know about it, my university also does it for going back home, so I'm going to schedule a free ride from my place to the airport whenever I'm leaving for India. Another very important one, check your university's orientation and check-in requirements. I know my university had me submit some like vaccination files before I got here, so if you need to get like some vaccines, or if you need any specific documents, know what all you need. Usually your like enrollment counselors do a very good job in letting you know about all of this, but I would still say reach out to them, get to know if there's any additional requirements that you need to fulfill before you actually take your flight and move there. The next two things I'll talk about, I'm assuming you'd have already done this and you'd have already figured this out, but I'll still like just say it just in case you haven't. Book your flights early. The earlier you book your flights, the cheaper you're going to get them for. Figure out your accommodation, whether you're going to live on campus or off campus. Housing, at least on campus housing, gets filled up very quickly, so figure that out. Hopefully you know that you have to do this and this is very necessary, and you've already figured it out if you're moving here for the fall. But yeah, two very important things. And then my last tip for today, connect with other students who are also moving to the US with you in the same semester as you, to the same university. A lot of times universities do make like WhatsApp groups for students coming from the same country, or try to get them connected. If not, there might be Facebook groups or like Instagram pages that post incoming students to the university. So get connected with those students. You might meet a bunch of these during your college orientation once you get to college, so it'll be helpful to know people before you come here, so that at least you can be connected to them and have people to hang out with once you get here. But yeah, that is it for today's video. This was kind of like a very necessary to-do list, so make sure you've done all of these things before your flight, before you get here. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you all liked it. I hope it was helpful, and please check out Zolve's website, check out their YouTube channel, and like, share, comment and subscribe.